Yeah, that's right, we're back with another video. And today I'm pretty excited because we're going to be taking a look at the world of country picking. Now, that intro track that I played was written for Guitar Techniques magazine, and it features the hybrid picking technique, which is the plectrum and the fingers being used together. So in this video I want to quickly talk about the tone and the sound production, and then we'll whip into the nitty-gritty of the picking and the fret in hand. So sound-wise, I've got my bridge pickup selected. Telecaster is quite nice for the country style, but it's not essential. And I've got the amplitude set up with a nice clean tone. I've also got a bit of a clean booster going into the front end, and that's combined with a slapback echo. And you can hear if I play a muted bass note, it has the effect of just thickening up that sound. It also doubles up the top portion of what we're playing. I'll flash up the settings for the amp that I'm using and also the slapback echo settings, so if you're using amplitude you can copy those across, but I'm sure with your amp and pedal setup you can get somewhere near a nice sparkling, biting, clean tone. So let's talk about the nitty-gritty of the picking. The pattern is pretty much the same throughout, and there are a few variations, but the first thing we need to get down is a down pick with the plectrum. Palm muting there on the 5th string, which is an open A note, and then just pushing through the string in a positive fashion with the plectrum. That's followed by a pluck of the 2nd and 3rd fingers simultaneously, and that's going to be on string 4 and 3. We're going to finger fret 5 on the 4th and 3rd strings in a sort of mini bar there, and have our plectrum ready to strike down on the A note, and then after that we're going to hammer on to fret number 6. I'll demonstrate that slowly. So down pick, pluck with the 2nd and 3rd fingers, and then hammer on with the 2nd finger of the fret in hand. And that provides a 3-note pattern that we can repeat over and over. So the overall rhythm here is one that I sort of find easier to play fast, and I'll need to play it fast and then slow it down to work out what's going on. So yeah, we're going... So on the first time we're doing our pick, pluck, hammer, and on our second time we're just going pick and pluck. So I'll do that really slowly for you. As I say, once you get this, you'll find it easier to do with a bit of momentum. And that little downward portion is a classic country trope. So I'm going to play this backing track at the end, and I'm also going to play the performance part again, so you can slow this down with the YouTube slow down in feature. And I'd recommend just taking this slowly at first, and then once you've got it under your fingers, you should find it fairly easy to bring it up to tempo. For the next section we go to D, and I'm just using a little walking bass. That is on the 3rd fret, 4th fret and 5th fret of string 5. And then again we've got our little toggling idea where we do a down pick on a muted 5th fret on the 5th string. This is followed by a pluck and then a pull off. So the pluck is going to happen on fret 7 of the 3rd and 2nd string, and that's going to pull off onto fret 5 of the 3rd and 2nd string. core ingredients are the same, so you don't need to learn anything new with the pick in hand. It's just going to be down, pick, pluck, and then this time pull off. And just to add a little bit of spice, we can move up to fret number 8 and repeat the same pattern. And then we're back to our original pattern. And then for the E, it won't surprise you that we're going to walk up to the E from fret number 5 and then do that same pattern. And again, just a little bit of extra spice, we're going to go up 3 frets to the 10th fret and repeat that. And then back into our original lick in A. Then we've got a little cliche ending phrase to negotiate. Now, those are the notes of the Mixolydian mode, and it just so happens that they're really easy to finger. I'm fingering frets 4 and 2 of the 3rd string with fingers 3 and 1, which are particularly strong fingers for pulling off. And then I'm going onto the 4th string. And again, I'm using my hybrid picking technique, so I'm plucking with the 2nd finger. I'm going to repeat that pattern on the 4th string, but this time go to the 3rd fret of the 5th string. So if I put those two together, so some players I can recommend listening to would be Brent Mason and also Steve Warriner. And this type of idea is inspired by Brent Mason tracks like Hot Wired and Chicken Pickin'. Some other things you can do with the pick, pluck and pull off technique are just a single string. So just to recap the pattern one more time, it's down pick, pluck with fingers 2 and 3, and then either hammer on or pull off. Have fun with it and let me know how you get on in the comments below. I'm going to run this backing track and I'm also going to flash up the tab with my original performance, and then I'll run the backing track another couple of times. And remember, you can slow it down with the YouTube slowdown feature, and I'd recommend starting slow and then building it up. My name's been John Bishop, and I'll see you next time.